Notre Dame struggling as well. The Irish have lost 4 straight, so 2 teams trying to get reconnected with winning ways here in the Dean Dome. Carson Tout and Notre Dame win the tip. Wilson, Henri Veesaar, and Seth Trimble. Derek Dixon makes his second start in a row, the freshman point guard. And the Virginia Tech transfer Young is in the game to start. He sets up Trimble for 3. And Kaler's miss is grabbed by Wilson. The first rebound of what will be many. And Wilson's not going to get a chance of the rebound here as Trimble finishes through traffic. Here's Harrelson. Irish started 0 for 5, all from inside the arc. Harrelson in the paint, bumps, and scores it off the window into the body of the freshman Dixon. Carolina team 4th in the ACC field goal shooting. They get a corner 3, and good from the first-time starter, Jaden Young. They're certainly undersized tonight and should be the rest of the year. Lost big man Kebajai to a knee injury for the season. There's a 3 for Wilson. It's only his 5th of his freshman year.
But that's his first in ACC action, so it was 0 for 3 coming into the game from beyond the arc. But Caleb Wilson has that capability. But look at what he's doing now defensively, getting much lower into his stance, even though there was a miscommunication on a switch.
It was Garrett Sumner with the offensive rebound. Harrelson couldn't finish. Notre Dame got some great looks. The 6-0 Notre Dame run was snapped as Luka Bogavic's first shot of the game is buried from 3.
Great job defensively by Jaron Stevenson, not only to block the shot, but to keep it in bounds.
And it leads to an open 3. Evans buries it. The Tar Heels have taken 1 shot from 2 and made it. Notre Dame has taken 12 shots from 2 and made just 1.
And you're considering a team that normally plays through their bigs as Garrett Saunders able to knock down.
And McClellan had a lot of minutes at Virginia Tech and may have to again tonight.
Cole Serta passed up an opportunity. He came off with a DHO clean, but wasn't looking at the basket where he's been shooting lights out from 3.
Muhammad from Imes. That 3 is no good. And grabbed by Veesaar. Evans. Nobody guarded Powell. He makes him pay.
They have been broken down at the point of attack offensively, and guys have been able to get into the painted area.
Veesaar off the slip. Can't finish. Wilson can. And the Tar Heels score. Hoping to head to UVA off a win. Here's the last bucket for Caleb Wilson.
And Caleb Wilson, Aaron Stevenson on the defensive end to guard perimeter players, also guarding big, making him very valuable to this Tar Heel line.
Shrewsbury fakes a 3 against Wilson. Inside. And that was scored against Stevenson. A really strong cut. That ball slipped through. Veesaar tracks it down. Sets up Bogovac. He's got a little cold from 3 here. They haven't hit from the field in about 3 minutes.
But that's often the problem when you start out making threes, as Frost is able to knock down another one.
Now Wilson wants it from Trimble. Facing up the freshman Frost. Out of the double team. Extra pass Dixon. Good for 3.
All created by Caleb Wilson, drawing the double team.
The second 3 for Dixon. He's the first Carolina player of the 6 with a made 3 to hit a second 3. Shrewsbury finds a cutter. It's a driving Serta.
Trimble with 2 fouls. Couldn't do much about that. Was unable to show much resistance.
Wilson. No resistance to him.
When the double team was there, he just went the opposite direction.
Is up 10.
Caleb Wilson, who has found the right guy in the trap most of the time. This time he beats the trap, able to go to the reverse leg.
I think we should just comp NBA 75 guys throughout the rest of this.
That's Greenberg style.
Ryder Frost looking like a young George Gervin with a 3.
Second 3 for Ryder Frost, and now North Carolina starting to, give up those opportunities that hurt them so much on their West Coast trip.
There's Veesaar in from Wilson.
And this is a young man who has made 24 threes on the season coming in, so not everything is around the rim.
There's another 3. That one's good from Garrett Sundra. And the open 3s are starting to pile up here for Notre Dame. And their miscommunication there. Veesaar was able to handle it. Closing in on 5 to shoot. Dixon off balance. Somehow got the bounce to go. Imes too easy into the paint. Rebound deflected to Wilson. Full steam ahead. Caleb Wilson takes on the and scores it. Shrewsbury in the dying moments of the half. Muhammad trying to drive on Wilson. Top two is good for Sir Muhammad. Well, we were doing Caleb Wilson highlights. Had we done Derek Dixon highlights, Corey,
Derek Dixon was involved in the miscommunication.
He was involved too. Henri Veesaar is involved in this basket.
Into this game, averaging 16 turnovers a game in ACC action. Only one in the first half.
There's the first three for Veesaar, who had just 3 points in the first half.
Because he knew it was going to be a turnover anyway. He didn't have to throw it extremely hard. All he had to do was touch the body.
Just a soft little plop like he was playing Plinko. Now he sets up a three for Dixon, the freshman with his third. Interior
to Wilson, who makes the right pass, the hockey assist, and Dixon.
Dixon, Wilson. Oh, too hot to handle at first. Veesaar grabbed it, spun, and scored. And after a three-point first half, Henri Veesaar, where is he as a pro?
Mid-first round. I do believe he's. The decision for him to come to North Carolina has really changed his draft status. His ability to shoot the basketball as Tout is able to come up with the second chance points. Bursary.
I love it. Sensationally dressed Hubert Davis. There's great respect for the 40 years of history of this building. Wilson cleaned it up. Harrelson, second chance opportunity. And that is Notre Dame's second chance bucket of the game. Into Wilson.
Too late. So the problem is when the pass comes from the top of the key, Peterson as well as Boozer are somewhat finished products. I think the ability for AJ and Caleb to get better and increase their talent level is going to even.
Morgan Ives with a bucket for Notre Dame. Caleb Wilson on the bench right now as his Tar Heels lead by 18. Stevenson, Evans.
I believe Evans has taken a little bit of the pressure off of himself. No longer in the starting lineup. I think he's a little more relaxed once he gets on the floor and is able to knock down shots, really, which is his calling card coming to UNC.
Muhammad scores over him. Sir Muhammad on his second bucket, the sophomore from a little ways down the road in Charlotte.
Sir Muhammad with the positional size, able to take advantage of smaller guards. And Stevenson.
McClellan with a foul for Notre Dame. Heels by 20 with 13 to go. Nice drive by Powell, the West Virginia transfer, with a tough finish. Bogavats. Evans. Got another. There's a moment where they had the bathroom fight. Henry Cavill kind of cocks the arms as he's going to punch somebody. That looked like Caleb Wilson, like he was loading up the flex there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Caleb Wilson going full Henry Cavill. And Tout, who likes to use the glass, gets his own miss. And Harrelson gets his miss. And, well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. In the corner, Serta, great shooter. And that's tipped out to Trimble. Powell, Trimble. And Trimble finishes and nearly ends up in the crowd. He's only been there once. Fractured left forearm in a team workout in November. Wilson, Veesaar. How did that
work? It goes off the glass first. Becomes a made field goal.
Caleb Wilson gets an assist off the backboard. His fourth. Uh-oh, he strips. Here comes the Thunder.
Oftentimes it's over right by Hubert Davis during games. The next game where I'm here and Freddie's on that side, I'm going to need a stat of how many times Hubert takes his glasses off and on during the game.
Irish trying to get, should they say the Tar Heels trying to get back to 500 in the league. And again, they are 11-0 at home this year. Every home game except for Wake Forest a week ago, which they won by 3, they've won by 12 or more. Tout with the bucket for the Irish. Ives took it away from Trimble. Muhammad. Ives driving. Everybody on the floor is just gassed right now. We haven't reached the 8-minute timeout yet.
This isn't a very experienced team, but the way that they're putting their execution into play here in the second half shows that they're learning.
How gorgeous is that from Wilson?
Oftentimes you really have to smile and think about the things that you just did on the floor. Like, I can't believe I just did that.
22 for Wilson. There's a 3. Wilson again. Bounces it for Bogavats. Wilson will pick up his 5th assist. Luka Bogovac with 7 off the bench.
But you see, he is knocking on the door of not only breaking Tyler Hansborough's freshman scoring record, but also Antoine Jameson's freshman rebound record.
Now that'll be the only comparison point we have. You're right, because Caleb Wilson will be a very high pick in the NBA, but a lot of work left to do at Chapel Hill. Once again, this game is just run ragged. McClellan should expand the university's footprint across Chapel Hill. They want to break ground on this expansion next year. It's the site of the former Horace Williams Airport. As Zayden High's there to follow this, or maybe to move the future home of the basketball program.
Well, I know I get 0 votes in this, but I'm with Roy. I'm not sure if you've ever been to the Hall of Fame attached to this building, but it is unbelievable when you get an opportunity to see all of the history.
Final score of tonight's game, Carolina